A couple days ago, North Carolina became one of many states to amend their constitution to prohibit homosexual marriage from being legal, essentially. So obviously I was not very happy when I heard about this, because I thought that we'd grown out of stupid prejudice and really irrational fears of people that we don't understand. Alas, I was deeply mistaken. It seems like I kind of have to talk about religion a bit in this video, in the sense that many religions are strictly against homosexual practices in general, let alone homosexual marriage. And seeing as the United States has a majority population of Christians, it's no surprise that a lot of people would be against homosexual marriage. Now, of course, I'm not going to say that everyone, or even most people, who were supporting this amendment were necessarily religious, but it is undeniable at this point that it's quite a large factor in how people make their decisions regarding how they view homosexuals and what they think homosexual rights should entail. For any of my audience members who happen to be LGBT or support LGBT, like I do, would you not say that it's high time that we as society get a grip, for lack of a better description? Seriously, with every scientific advancement we have and every technological merit we gain, it's like moving one step forward and 3 steps back with this sort of shit. So for any of my audience who do not support LGBT rights, especially the right to marry, I have a few questions to ask you, and the first and most obvious is why? I don't see any reason, even if you don't like gays yourself, or even if you're like, ew, icky. So, why would you bother trying to waste so much time and effort and money on something that I perceive as fairly superficial compared to some of the other problems in your country, if you know what I mean? And I know this might be a low blow, and yeah, but, there are people everywhere in the world that are starving, sick, who can't afford health care, that don't have shelter, and you're worried about how 2 people love each other and how they decide to show that love in the privacy of their own bedroom? Like, where are your priorities, bro? And which brings me to my next point. Why exactly do you stand against it if it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't hurt society, and it doesn't hurt the 2 consenting parties? And if you're going to try and wiggle your way out of this by saying, ew, I don't want to see 2 dudes making out on the park bench, then a gay person can easily turn that around and say, I don't want to see a man and a woman making out on the park bench. So that logic doesn't really fly. So as for the whole idea of gays hurt society, well, you guys remember the whole Proposition 8 business that happened in California not too long ago that actually went to trial? Yeah, I'm not sure how many of you saw the transcript for that. If I can, I will link the court transcript in the description. But, essentially, the summary of it, the defense who tried to defend Proposition 8 tried to make their case, and long story short, it was pretty fucking laughable. So, yeah. Why the hell are we still wasting our time on this shit? Can we just agree to disagree sometimes? And maybe we might not like something, but the whole world is not designed to cater to everyone's needs. Just because you don't like seeing something in public and it might upset you does not mean that other people should not have the right to enjoy it. And I don't know what else to say, other than the fact that I think that this is fairly idiotic, that this sort of bigotry still continues on. So, yeah, you may be religious, you may not be religious and still be against LGBT. Whatever the reason, as long as you recognize that it is not your place to try and deny others their right to enjoy marriage, or just their rights in general, then we can agree to disagree. However, with shit like this, I seriously have to wonder if our world is going to be taken down, not because of some scientific discovery turned wrong, or because giant robots from the future destroy us, but because of our own stupidity. May the truth always be heard.